Welcome back, lottery fans. Today I'm going to show you a pick 4 rundown that's working in a few different states for me. I'm going to show you the example in a couple of different states. I'm going to show you in the Virginia Evening Lottery and the New Jersey Midday Lottery. And I'm going to run you through how to do the rundown, show you where it's hitting, and then you can go ahead and try it in your states and let me know if it's working in your states as well. So I noticed this rundown started to appear in a few different states as of about the mid to start of February. So, around between the 7th of February through to the 11th of February is where I've seen the start dates cropping up. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do this rundown. And it's called the +3, +6, +9 rundown. And you'll see why in a minute. And we'll start with the Virginia lottery. We'll start with Virginia Evening and show you where I'm seeing it there. And for Virginia, I actually noticed the base date for this started on the 10th of February. So I'm going to show you how to do the rundown and show you how it's working for Virginia, and then we'll move on to New Jersey. So for this rundown, we only actually need one result, and for the evening lottery in the pick 4 for Virginia, that result was 6, 3, 5, 7 on the 10th there. So we're going to go ahead and fill in that result vertically down in the very first row of our base grid here, and we're not going to need to translate the grid today. And as always, if you need a copy of this rundown pick sheet so you can try it in your states, go ahead and click on the link below in the descriptions and you can download it from there, or you can just go to lotterypredictor.com, go to the resources section, and you can find them all there. So we're going to fill in this our base number here. I'm going to put a 6 in the top, a 3 as a second number, and then a 5, and then a 7. And then we're going to do exactly basically what the rundown says. We're going to add 3, 6, and 9 to that base number as we go across the grid. So in the second column here, we're going to add 3 to our base number. So 6 plus 3 is 9, 3 plus 3 is 6, 5 plus 3 is 8, and 7 plus 3 is 0. Now in the next column down here, we're going to add a 6 to it. And it's key to note that we're adding a 6 to the base number here. We're not adding a 6 to this number that we've actually filled in just here. All the numbers we're adding are always to our base number here. So 6 plus 6 is going to be a 2. So it would be a 12, but we always lop off the end part, so we're only taking the one single digit number. So 6 plus 6 is actually 12. We're going to take the 2 from that. 6 plus 3 is 9. 6 plus 5 is 11, so we're going to take the 1. And 6 plus 7 is 13, so we're going to take the 3 from that. And then in the last column, we're going to go ahead and put plus 9. So plus 9 on our base number. So 6 plus 9 would be 5, 3 plus 9 would be 2, a 9 plus 5 would be 4, and a 9 plus 7 would be 6. So now that we've gone ahead and got our base grid filled out, I can go ahead and show you exactly where this has been hitting in the Virginia Evening Lottery. So it started out on the 12th of February, so 2/12, and our result on the 2/12 was 1584. So if we go ahead and look at our grid here, we actually see that number right here on the very third row here. 5814. So these are going to be box numbers, but straight across there we saw that result hitting there. And then the next day on the 13th, 2/13, we saw a 2128 as the result in the evening lottery. And when we go ahead and look at our base grid, there's that number there, 2218. So there's another hit right there. Then moving on to Valentine's Day, the 14th of February, the result was 5026. And when we go ahead and look at our grid here, we see that right here, 2650. There we go, right there. That hit right there. And then on the next day, so we've got 4 hits right in a row here. 4 days where this hit consecutively, which is pretty good for a rundown like this. We saw 9169. So if we go ahead and look at the grid here, and we got that right here, 9916. So right there we've got those 4 numbers clumped in together there. Then we went ahead and skipped a couple of days, and we moved to the 18th of February, and we had 8, 4, 3, 3 as the result there. And when we look at our grid here, go ahead and we see right here 4, 3, 8, 3. So that was our hit right there. And then yesterday, once again, on the 19th of February, the result was 7, 9, 2, 8. And if we go ahead and once again look on the grid, we actually see right here 7, 8, 9, 2, which is 7, 9, 2, 8 in a box hit. So already there in the span of just 9 days, we've seen 6 hits out of the Virginia Evening Lottery, and I expect this should probably work for at least another week if you want to keep this grid and keep hitting on it. So we're going to be watching that for another week as well. So that was the Virginia evening. Let me go ahead and move on to New Jersey now. And show you exactly the same rundown and show you where it's hidden in New Jersey as well. So as I said, I'm just showing you 2 examples here. I have been noticing this in other states as well, so by all means go ahead, download the rundown worksheet, go ahead and try it in your states as well. So this is going to be the New Jersey midday. And I actually started seeing this, this started on the 8th of February for New Jersey, so the midday lottery on the 8th. So as always, we don't need the translated grid or 3, we just need that first result for the midday New Jersey on the 8th, which was 5908. So we're going to go ahead and fill that in this column here, 5908, and then we're going to go ahead and do our +3, +6, and +9 on the base hit there. So 5 + 3 would be 8. 5 + 9 would be 2, 0 + 3 would be 3, 8 + 3 would be 1, and then we're going to take this next column here, the 6, and we're going to add that to the base number. So 6 + 5 would be 1, 6 + 9 would be 5, 6 + 0 is 6, 6 + 8 is 4. Simple as that. And we're going to go ahead and take the last one there, which is a 9, add that to our base numbers here. So 9 + 5 would be 4, 9 + 9 would be 8, 9 + 0 is 9, and 9 + 8 would be 7. So there we go, we've got the base grid filled out now, and I'm going to show you where that started hitting in the New Jersey midday. So it started off on the actual right afterwards, right after the 8th, we saw it started hitting on the 9th here, which is, and we saw a 0, 6, 2, 3 on the 9th for the result. So we go ahead and look at our grid here, and we've got these, whoops daisy, these 4 numbers right here, 0369, 03262, 0623, so a box hit there. And then on the next day, on the 10th, so we're seeing consecutive day hits again as well on this pattern for New Jersey, which is a very strong sign that this is a good pattern because it's hitting consecutive days in several states here. We saw the 9528 was the result there, and that's what we've got here, a 9852 right there. That was our hit right there. And then on the next day, so 3 days in a row here, 211, we saw the result being a 9836. And if we look on our grid here, we can go ahead and find 8963 right there. So a very big clumping in the middle for those first 3 days here. So then we skipped a day, and we moved on to the 13th. And we saw 1975 was the result there. And when we look on our grid here, we go ahead and we've got a 1597 right down here on the right hand side. So that was our box hit there. And then it kind of looked like that rundown was starting to fade off a bit there on the 13th. After the 13th, we went a few days without anything, but then it actually started picking up again on the 18th, which was 2 days ago. So on the 18th, we had the result come out as 1329. 1, 3, 2, 9. And if we go ahead and we look at our grid here, we actually had a straight hit, so it came back with a very strong hit, a straight hit, a 1, 3, 2, 9 right there in that left-hand column there. And then the very next day, which was yesterday, we had a on the 19th, we had a 2, 7, 4, 6. And we go ahead and look at our grid here. These are these numbers right here, 2, 6, 7, 4. So there's definitely a hard concentration right here in this bottom right hand side of this grid. I wouldn't be surprised if we follow this for another month, we start to see it actually branching out to some of these pieces around here. But this is definitely one that we thought was dying off in New Jersey, but definitely came back with a vengeance. So that's why it's always a good idea to play these rundowns. If they start hitting early, don't give up on them too easily. Play them for a couple of weeks, and only after you've seen a longer period of time where they're not really hitting, start changing it up and trying a different rundown. So that's it. That's the 2 examples I've got for you. As I said, try it in your state. Let me know if it works for you. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Any suggestions for any rundowns or any other types of rundowns for different lotteries, please give me a comment down below. Subscribe to the channel, of course, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks. Bye.